Hey, what's going on YouTube? Street Riders 209. Finally uploading some videos. Apologize for the delay, but so what I got for you guys today is this older Ford Ranger. It's got the pre-runner front end. What I'm going to be doing on this one is actually doing Underglow rock light install type, you know, like the same one. If you guys haven't gotten to see the one on the F-150 that I did, go ahead and check it out. It's one of my earlier videos. On this one we will be doing 16 LED lights, 14 of which will be underneath and 2 in the kick panels on the inside. I'll be putting 2 under each wheel well, so in here and somewhere in the generic area on each side. 2, one here, one there on each side. One in the center in the front, one in the center in the back, and then the 2 inside. So what I'll be doing with first is wiring up the wiring harness for LED lighting, just like on the other truck. You know, it comes with the relay, fuse, and the switch. Just makes it a lot easier. Then I will be running batteries on the passenger side. So what I'll be doing is running a master cable all the way out around the side and not in the front. It just makes it easier because I could just tap into that. So let's get to it. The first thing I'll be doing is making the brackets. So let me show you guys how I make those. Alright guys, so what I've done to make the brackets, I've got this piece of aluminum angle. I've marked out 1 1/8" spacers all the way down, and I'm doing them 1 1/8" because I'm taking into consideration the 1/8 of an inch that the chop saw is going to take. So ultimately I'm ending with 1 inch little brackets. So then what I did, I marked in the center of each a little line all the way across the center of the whole thing, and then in the center of each, so I drill a 3/8 hole so I can mount this like that. What that'll allow me then to do is drill in 2 3/16 holes on each bracket, and then I can rivet this straight into the panel. If I need this flat, I'll just hammer it, you know, down to where it's a flat piece, and then I can rivet that in place. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all these up and drill these up, and then we'll get started with the installation. Alright guys, so here you have it. So this side will be for the light, this side will be for the rivets, 3/16. One thing to keep in mind when you're drilling or you're going to use rivets into an angle piece like this, make sure you do not drill a hole close to this back side, because then what will happen is, you know, since we're going to be putting the rivets from this side this way, the gun will not be able to fit in there, you know, so like this. So you want to have it at least close to center. Anywhere closer to this piece, the gun will not fit. So just keep stuff like that in mind. So now I'll go ahead and cut these. And these will be my braces. You know, like I said, some of them I'll smash straight, and some of them I'll just keep like this. But the reason why I chose aluminum also is because on that F-150 installation, I use steel ones, and they're kind of hard to fold, you know, to get a different pitch or a different angle when they're riveted already to the body. So the aluminum ones will be a lot easier to bend. You know, if you're going at a 90 but you need a curve or open even more, this is definitely a lot easier. So I picked up a 24-foot piece because I have a bunch of other little hobbies that I'm into, so I like using aluminum pieces. But you guys can go to the Home Depot or Lowe's and just pick up a small 4-foot piece, you know, and make do with that. So let's get to cutting these pieces. We'll be ready to start the wiring. Alright guys, so I got all the brackets done. You end up with something similar to this right here. 2 holes on one side, 1 on this side. You don't want to put these holes next to each other, because what will happen is when you do that, you allow this bracket on this end to be somewhat loose with time. You want to always put them like offset to the side, just because it'll smash this piece a lot harder onto the panel that you're putting it. So, you know, I would have gone further, but like I mentioned earlier, you don't want to get too close to here. So that'll be stronger ultimately. So then once you have your lights, the next step is to once you have your brackets, feed your light through there, you know, just like that. You put your nut all the way down, bolt it in place. And there you go. You take this back off. So your rivets are going to end up sitting, you know, before you put your light through there, smashed in there like this. You know, so your rivet will be crimped on. Your light's going to come down like this. So that's ultimately you're going to have. Obviously these pieces will be broken off, so that's when you can put the nut in there and tighten this up. So now that I got all of these ready, let's get to it. Alright guys, so I ended up making a couple extra brackets on a piece of the flat side of the angle, so I cut that right in the middle. These are for the flat areas like this, because when I try to hammer them, honestly, like, it was too much work to get them even with the holes. So that's what I ended up doing. So what I'll do right now is just put this one in, just like that. And then once these are all put in place, I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint them with some black paint, some flat black. That way, you know, it molds into the undercarriage. So first thing I'm gonna do is drill a hole right there, pop this rivet in, put the other one in, and call it a day for this one. Kind of push that rivet all the way in. There you go. There it is. Now I'll get the paint. Now remember, you don't have to worry about rust on these because they are aluminum, both the rivets and the little plate. So as soon as they're painted, you're pretty much good to go. So as soon as that dries out, I will stick my light inside there, put the nut on the back side, and then just do all of them this way and get ready to wire it up. So on to the next one. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much almost done with all the bracketing for this truck. I'm going to show you guys what I did to mount the side ones. So I put them right here. Just angled them a little bit. Same with that side. Angled it this way. This one angled it that way. The reason being because on that Ford F-150 that I did last time, we put them straight down. And you guys get that big round spot underneath, you know, the round spot right there and the round spot right there. So what I did this time, in hopes of getting away from that, I angled it that way and angled this way. That way the light disperses in here and hopefully gets a better range versus the one circle, you know. So I did that on there. On the front, put my little plate right here, facing towards the center here. Same thing with that, facing towards the center here. So both of these, this one is going to shoot out light towards the back end of this wheel, and that one's going to shoot out light towards the front end of the wheel. The front, just put a single one in the here. You guys can see it's not straight back, it's actually angled towards the middle. So we'll get that. On the back side, well, underneath here, what I did, I put two. I put one in there, kind of facing towards the center. One right here, facing towards the back of this whole area right here. So this will be like really bright. And in the back, I just put the single one right there, facing straight down into the differential. So now I'm going to start wiring that up and put the lights in place, and I'll pop up the hood and get this going. Alright guys, so I got all the lights just dangling right here. Never mind, I'm missing these two. Forgot those two. So this is where I will run my wire from the battery end. I'll run it across through the passenger side. So I'll run my wiring kit right here, the relay, set it up in this area, run the wire down through here, underneath, hook back around the truck, and then end it probably in this front one, just so that it's easy to install. I don't have anything wiring back and forth, you know, just a single line. They're very low wattage, so there's no risks here. So I'm gonna get to that, and then I'll start shooting this back up. All right, guys. So I got some of the lights already done. I'm starting on wiring them up. Just wanted to show you guys how I do this. So I take the line that I put in here, and I splice it right in the middle, and then I just take a couple of these connectors, inline connectors, and that's it, you know. One thing I do is on the cable for this, since it's so thin, I expose it twice as long, and then I fold it back and coil it in. That way it gets good connection inside here. So I'm about to hit the switch right now. That's what it looks like. It looks yellow right now, but it's actually green. So that's two of them up there, already lit up. That's the one down there, and these two are already glowing. So I should be able to get the other ones in no time. It's already daytime. I mean, it's still daytime. I apologize. It's still daytime, and still a couple hours before I get no more sun. But you guys could tell it's already bright. So I can't wait to see what this looks like in the dark. So let me finish up the last ones in the back, and then I'll do a walkthrough real quick on how I did that. Alright guys, so I just got done wiring this thing up. Got the relay here, fuse here, positive, negative. Ran the switch to here. Let's see there, it's on, off. So now I'm going to turn it on. If you guys need exact wiring instructions on how I wired this kit, check out one of my earlier videos that I have on where I did the lighting on my Silverado. So you guys can see all the lights are on. And it's still light out actually, so that shows you how bright. See what I mean? That circle right there, that's from having a single one in the back. That's the way it looks right there. I mean, I can't wait till it gets dark out here. I know that'll be extremely bright. So that's a 14 9-watt LEDs on the undercarriage. If you get down low enough, you can see them. If you're at eye level, you can't. Same thing goes with this. I have to get kind of low to be able to see them. So all I'm gonna do now, finish this off. It's got a green light from Amazon, he said. I'm gonna put in some green lights right here for his kick panels to light up with that. So let me just finish that up and we're good to go. Alright guys, apologize for the music. Somebody's having a party in the background. But there we have it. It's 14 9-watt LEDs underneath the chassis. And it pretty much covers the whole area. I mean, you guys can see earlier on, you can already see the green on the floor. You know, but I wanted to get you guys a good view during the night. As a matter of fact, it took me a little bit longer than expected though, so walk around here, you guys can see the back side. So if you guys get a chance to see my F-150 rock light install, I'm sorry, the difference between this and that was that I aimed all the LEDs straight down on the F-150 and I angled these, you guys saw, off to the sides, and I think ultimately it gave a way better look. So I did the two green lights in the kick panels. This one was pretty much just as simple as I can only get power from that right there, so I tapped into it, ran a wire to these both sides, and then just grounded it underneath here, and then it gives you the same result, you know, with as if the doors were open and closed. So it shuts off when the doors close. Alright guys, well I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys have any questions, message me on the message side, and I'll try to see if I can answer you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright bro.
Thank you.
No problem. Take it easy, you too.